given that this game came out 5 years ago, is it still a game worth playing? Yes, it is. Why? Because it's one of the most popular superhero games known today. You have, of course, Batman himself, the Dark Knight, the Cape Crusader himself, Gotham's hero. And yet, is it still a game that people play? Let me go ahead and tell you why. You know, Batman Arkam Knight came out in the year 2015. And it was one of the most anticipated games to come out in that year due to the fact that not only were you able to play as Batman, but I'm going to go ahead and show you why it was mostly anticipated. Ooh, look at that dive. You have it right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Batmobile. As you can tell, the Batmobile is something that fans been wanting to play ever since Batman Arkham Asylum first came out. Even though it made its appearance on there, it was non-drivable. So in this game, when they announced that we was going to play this game and you was able to drive the Batmobile, this right here is what got fans of the series hyped. You get to go around driving Batman's vehicle, stopping crime wherever it's at. You know, and this right here is another reason why I was so anticipated on playing it. Not just because I get to play as Batman, but because I get to drive the Batmobile. And adding this content to the game was a great addition. Because not only did you get to play as the Batmobile, you get to drive it around, you get to use it during battles. And as you can see, I'm playing as the Batman vs Superman Batmobile. I mean, it would look odd if I played Batman in a different costume, also driving a different Batmobile. But let me go ahead and pop them out. You see? Here, I'm playing as Ben Affleck's Batman here. And let me tell you, I like this costume. It's one of the costumes I normally play alongside the main game itself. So, with it, I still think to this day that Batman Arkham Knight is still playable. You know, it's so fun playing as Batman. The combat is so great, it's fluid. I mean, this right here is what changed fighting games to this day. This what made games like Spider-Man PS4 still fun because of the combat fluidity. And here, I just love it. Like, I literally love this game. I can still put this in my console right now and be like, you know what? I don't think I'll ever get tired of playing as Batman whatsoever. Because, you know, Batman is one of my favorite heroes. One of my favorites. So, not only... Oh, sorry, I did not mean to hit that. But, you know, Batman was one of my favorite heroes. And, you know, playing as him, even in the video games itself, I just never got tired of it because, you know, it was like a game that I was, you know, so anticipated on playing. I remember back then playing this. I wasn't one of those people that got the game when it came out. But when I first got it, man, I was stoked. The story itself, I was already in because this was a game that I thought the Joker wasn't going to be in it. Because, you know, it was focusing on a character, you know, part of Batman's Rose Gallery. And, you know, hearing about, you know, you get to play as Scarecrow. I was, you know, like, okay, this is something new. We're going up against a character that, you know, that's part of Batman's, you know, part of Batman's gig, you know, fear. A character that, you know, wanted to pretty much control people using fear, and also wanted to, you know, take out Batman by using what he, you know, one of his greatest fears. And, you know, I feel like Scarecrow was underused in Arkham Asylum, but, you know, I'm glad that they was able to save him into the last game, because, you know, I find that Scarecrow can also be a terrifying villain, especially someone who, you know, can pretty much like pick out the things that you are scared of. Not only was it that, you know, the whole story was basically about not really a redemption, but a character that wasn't really introduced prior to the other games like City, Asylum, and Origins. And for those, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people has played this. So the character Arkham Knight is basically Jason Todd, the second Robin to Batman, which, you know, nobody knew that Jason actually existed in this world due to the fact that, you know, the only Robin that we all know is Tim Drake Robin, because we've all got a glimpse of him in Arkham City, and then he made his appearance here in Arkham Knight. So it was kind of given. Like, a lot of folks say that they already knew who the Arkham Knight was. Even I knew who the Arkham Knight was, because I mean, come on, like, you don't really have to be a fan to know exactly who the Arkham Knight was. To me, I felt that the Arkham Knight was pretty much Jason Todd. You know, if they actually went a different route and said, oh, you know, Jason Todd didn't exist in this world, and, you know, he was pretty much a different character that was totally different in the Arkham series, then I kind of would have understood. But again, knowing that it was, you know, Jason Todd, I wasn't like, I was shocked still, because I wanted to see how Batman was going to, you know, deal with someone that he thought was dead for so long. Now, had it been characters like you know, Hush, having someone like, you know, Thomas Elliott, Hush from the previous Arkham game, you know, made himself the Arkham Knight. Now that would have been a big twist itself. That would have changed everything if, you know, Hush was actually the Arkham Knight, because that right there would have put a lot of tension between Batman and Hush. But, you know, given his side story, I was a little bit disappointed at that as well. I just wish that they did more with him instead of just what we were given now. Now, the biggest controversy was the fact that, you know, the whole arc out of the past 3 games, majority of the focus was on the Joker. He was in Asylum as the main protagonist. He was in Arkham City, even though Hugo Strange was supposed to be the main antagonist. Then, of course, it turns out to be Ra's al Ghul, who's the one behind everything. But at the end of the game, it was mainly our duo with the Joker. And then in Arkham Origins, it was supposed to be Black Mask who was supposed to be the villain, which I was stoked about that, but turned out it was the Joker who was the main villain. And now here, I never expected Joker to still be in this game. People, you know, I didn't think that they would actually implement him in this game. I just thought the main focus was just Scarecrow. But how did Joker get into this game? Well, he turns out that Joker was actually part of Batman's hallucination. You see, if you play Arkham Knight, or not Arkham Knight, I'm sorry, Arkham City, you would know that Joker had infected Batman with his own blood due to what happened prior to the game before that, which was Arkham Asylum. So Joker was dying, and Joker infected used his infected blood into Batman in order for Batman to scour and find a cure for him. Though it led to the Joker's death when Batman didn't get that. So in Arkham Knight, here, I guess they wanted to say that there was still remnants of Joker within Batman, which is why during the game, Batman kept hallucinating, seeing the Joker everywhere. That was because that his blood was still inside of him, even though for some odd reason, Batman still took a cure that Mr. Freeze gave him back in Arkham Asylum. I mean, not Arkham, sorry, Arkham City, but again, you know, I guess the cure didn't work, and well, yeah, it didn't work, and Batman was able to be controlled in some form of way by the Joker. And to make things worse, Scarecrow kept putting gas on Batman to where he started to see himself become the Joker. It was as if like the Joker was starting to control more of Batman, and he was starting to see some things that he wasn't supposed to see. And again, it was like, I don't know where they were going with that. I guess they were trying to make it seem like we were going to forget about that part. But again, I guess they weren't, you know, expecting people to kind of see where they were going to go with that. So having Joker pretty much make his appearance in the game, I wasn't expecting it to happen. But again, it's just one of those continuity errors. But at the end of the game, Batman overcomes it, and you know, you save the day. But I'm not here to talk to you about the story mostly, because I'm pretty sure everyone knows about the story. Everyone has their opinions about the story. Why do I still keep playing Arkham Knight? Well, I did say that it was mostly because I get to, you know, drive the Batmobile around, but it was also because of the fact of, you know, the gameplay. And here, not only get to drive the Batmobile, but you gotta admit, I like this, you know, the graphics in this game. I like the theme of this game where you actually get to be in Gotham City, even though, like here, Gotham City is broken down into pretty much three islands. Yeah, it's pretty much broken into three islands, which I kind of wish that they expanded this a little bit more instead of just making it three islands. But I think the reason they went with this was because they wanted to put the Batmobile in here for folks to drive it. But again, I just wish that they expanded more on this. I wish we was able to go to Wayne Manor, you know, visit Alfred like they did in Arkham Origins. But instead, we only just visit the Batcave. I wouldn't mind going to visit the Batcave again in this game, see Alfred. You know, I kind of wanted to play as other characters that was playable in Arkham Knight, like Nightwing, Catwoman, and Robin. I wish we was able to play as them, but you know, again, it was. I wouldn't say it was a waste, but I just kind of wish that, you know, we could see what other characters were doing. But like, you know, I'm not upset about it. Like I still enjoy this game. It's still enjoyable because, again, Batman is my favorite character, and you know, I never get tired of it. I can say that this is something I never get tired of playing. Like it's just a game that, you know, could I say that it's fun? Absolutely, it's definitely fun. Very fun to play with, very fun to, you know, if you want to, like, you know, with me, I'll say this, like with me, I pretty much play this whole Arkham series. Like, I start from Origins. Once I play through Origin story, then I play through Asylum story, and then City story, and then Night story. You know, I enjoy that. And, you know, I can never get tired of it. Not even one bit. And as you can see here, I'm playing as the character, the Arkham Knight, the main title character. Oh, and one thing about this, man, you gotta admit, playing as this character with guns, come on now. Now, I know this guy's dead, like, come on now. But, you know, I just enjoy it because, like, if you're a big fan of the Arkham series, you know, like, this right here, it's unforgettable. Like, people, like, some people may say they stopped playing it, but I kind of think that people still play this game due to the fact that, you know, they, you know, this game is just memorable. It's I consider it kind of like a masterpiece of all other games prior to that. Now, the ones I didn't play, I would say would be Arkham Origins Blackgate, Arkham VR. Those Arkham games I didn't play. Not because I didn't like it, it's just one of those games I never took the time to actually get. So, you know, I still enjoy this game. I still enjoy it. Not, you know, it's still fun. Oh, I hit myself. But you know, the challenge maps on here, not only you get to play as different characters along with Batman, but you can also do races with the Batmobile. I mean, it's fun. So I recommend, you know, for those who never played this game, go ahead and get this game if you don't have it. And if you still do have it, like, don't just leave it on your shelf or, you know, all of that, because, you know, it's still fun. I mean, we're supposed to be getting new Batman games coming out, like supposed to be getting the Suicide Squad game, and then we're supposed to be getting Gotham Knight. So, you know, just, to me, I still think this game is good today. Like, I don't see how anyone can still, you know, literally forget about this game. It's fun. So just, you know, if I knew someone, I would actually recommend them playing it just so they could see why it was so popular. So, you know, because I just think that with this, it's pretty fun. I think that this game is pretty fun. I would still play it to this day. And you know, one day I'm going to show you guys, you know, my playthrough of it, playing the story again, like how I want to show you like how deep I am when it comes to playing Batman, because I be playing it like story by story. I really be feeling like I really am Batman, like from the beginning to the end. Like I play it like it's like I'm actually watching a movie. So I just want you guys to like see that when I'm playing, because now I know you guys are wondering, like, you know, I'm doing so bad right now. Like I haven't really played this game in a while, so like I used to be so good at this. Like my combo meter used to be up to 300. That's how good I was with it. And I'm not trying to brag or nothing. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that's beating my combat score. You know, they probably reached about 500. And you know, for those who did, I commend y'all for that. Like I'm not one of those guys to be like, you know, I'm gonna try to get you. Like, hey, I'm pretty sure that you guys are really good at this game, and that's someone who's probably been playing it for so long. So, you know, like I really commend folks who took the time to actually play through this game and try to get the highest score. Like I literally commend y'all for that. Again, so apologies on the bad gameplay. Like again, this is definitely not my bad day, because like I said, you know, I haven't really played this game in a while. I'm just now starting to get back onto playing Arkham Knight along with all the other Arkham games, because again, like this was actually one of my favorite series of playing, and I've actually beaten this game multiple times, and majority of the time the difficulty that I played this game on would have to be the hard difficulty, where I don't have the counter meters on. It just, you know, again, it brings a challenge to it, especially when it comes to all the enemies. Like it really does bring a challenge here. So again, like I'm gonna, you know, do a playthrough of this game with all the Arkham games of fat, even with the ones that the one game that people consider not to be the best, which is Arkham Origins, which Arkham Origins to me is actually one of my favorite Batman games in the series. So my opinion on this game, I like it. I still love Arkham Knight. I even like playing as the different characters. I like the side missions. I like the DLC that was added towards that, like expansion stories, playing with different characters, trying to end the, you know, the series. So again, I like to, you know, say this game is fun. This game is definitely fun. I love it. I love it, and I love it. So here, one day I'm going to give you guys a playthrough of this game, and I'm going to show you exactly how, you know, how I enjoy this game. So until then, Batman out.